the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
An officer-involved shooting in the district. We're learning more tonight why DC police say an officer was forced to shoot a man inside an SUV. We're live in Southeast with new information on the investigation.
The object was flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet and posed a reasonable threat to the safety of civilian flight.
And another unknown object flying over the U.S., this time flying above Alaska. What happens next? Also, stretching your dollar with the Super Bowl only 2 days away. Many are preparing for watch parties. We'll have how you can save on game day favorites.
And it no doubt is a big weekend across the entire region as you gear up for whatever you may have planned. How is that forecast looking, especially for Sunday? We'll have a check coming up for you here in just a bit.
Thank you, Damon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. A developing story: police shoot a man in Southeast DC and are looking for a woman right now who they really want to talk to. Now, the shooting happened just before 10 on Good Hope Road between 13th and 14th Streets. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming has been on the scene for much of the day. And Leonard, this is the first officer-involved shooting of the year. And I know some neighbors have talked to you about what they saw.
That's right, Mark, and good evening. Yes, this is, as you mentioned, the first officer-related shooting of the year. And there aren't a lot of details that police are sharing at this moment, but this all started with a call to police about a woman who was struck with a pipe. Police came looking for one man and ended up shooting another. And police are searching, as you mentioned, for a woman who ended up driving away from the scene.
The person was non-compliant, and what I saw from the video as the officer was asking the person to step out of the vehicle, he kept turning like this way. He's seated in the passenger seat. His hands go up. But it's a lot that's going on. What's not happening is he's not getting out of the vehicle.
Police Chief Robert Conti says the officer fired one shot at a man who authorities contend wasn't following their commands. Friday's incident began with a call from a woman who was struck by a pipe. Officers arrived at the scene.
Once they arrived on the scene, they began to canvass for the person involved. A lookout was provided. As the officer was coming up Good Hope Road, walking towards 14th Street, he encountered a person who got inside. As the officer was approaching him, he kind of abruptly got inside into the passenger side of a burgundy vehicle.
Conti says the officer asked the person to step out of the passenger seat of the car parked near an abandoned dry cleaner, and he refused. Blood stains the brick sidewalk now. As
they continue to go back and forth, the person is told to stop reaching. The officer's asking the person to get out of the car. He's saying this is just a stop. At some point during the course of this interaction, a shot is fired and the person is struck. That person has been taken to an area hospital. Conti says an unknown woman drove off. Police are searching for her because they have questions. A large amount of drugs were taken from the man who was shot. Witnesses who refused to go on camera say the man shot by police was not the same person who struck the woman, a fact police later confirmed. Conti says they really want to find the woman that drove off. So I'm appealing to her, please, we really need to talk to you.
Police still have not identified the person shot or the officer involved in the shooting, and police say that the man was being treated at a nearby hospital for his injuries. Chief Conti says that the shooting will be investigated to make sure that all protocols were followed, and the chief also wants to make sure that anyone who videotaped this incident, that they come to authorities with any of the videotapes that they had. But witnesses told me here on the scene that they had some concerns about the fact that a man ended up shot who wasn't involved in the incident. Leonard N. Fleming reporting from Southeast DC. Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, and back to you.
All right, Leonard, thank you. And taking a look outside, where we enjoyed another day of unseasonably warm temperatures, and will this last through the weekend? Let's head over now to meteorologist Damon Matson with a check on the forecast. And Damon, It's a big weekend because of the big game. Can we expect a big weekend and nice temperatures?
Hey, the big game, Valentine's plans, a lot happening here, Mark, no doubt about it. And we'd love to roll over some of these extremely beautiful conditions we've had throughout much of the week. And if you're getting things started for your weekend here this evening, well, it's still feeling fantastic out there. We weren't quite as warm today, but nonetheless, we still have 60 in Fredericksburg at this hour. D.C. Waldorf at 58. Now, we are seeing signs of that cooler air that's on the way as you get back toward Winchester and Cumberland, where it has already fallen back into the mid-40s. And the temperature change map really showing how we're starting to cool off compared to yesterday. Most locations across the DMV are 10 to 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday, and all of this cooler air is rushing in on the back of some very breezy westerly winds that have been pretty consistent throughout the day at 10 to 20 miles an hour, and it looks like it's going to stay breezy as we go throughout the evening. But at the very least, it will continue to be quiet with just a partly cloudy sky. Those temperatures are steadily falling off, as though we are going to experience that cool down here as we get through the night and into the start of the weekend. And one of the main hot spots over the last few days, Leesburg, where it got up to 70. We tied records over the last few days. And checking out that localized forecast for Leesburg, look at how you're cooling down toward the 30s as we go into your Saturday and Sunday night. Low 40s on Sunday. And notice Sunday's forecast. We have plenty of rain in the mix, but some will be seeing some snowfall. Who exactly could see that wintry precip on Sunday? We'll have a check of the full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. In developing now, a man was taken to the hospital after a shooting in Centerville, Virginia. It happened at an apartment complex on Woodmere Drive. The victim has non-life-threatening injuries. What led up to the shooting still remains under investigation. Police are now looking for two men wearing black hoodies that were seen leaving the scene. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. Developing now, two people were found dead in a home after a fire in Prince George's County, Maryland. DC News Now's Lex Juarez has the latest.
Investigators are still working to figure out exactly how the fire started. It broke out around 2 o'clock in the morning and took hours to be put out. Check this out, how it looked just before 6 this morning when our crews first arrived on the scene. Flames shooting several feet into the air. Well, gas was part of the problem with getting the fire out quickly. Washington Gas ended up shutting off the supply. Now, neighbors were alarmed to see the destruction, shocked with how ferocious the fire was, and worried about the people inside the home.
This is the first time I've ever seen it real big. I mean, seen normal fires like only just a little spark, like a little on the floor, or a little of an electrical fire, but nothing like this magnitude. Sorry.
Well, the fire department will be going around the neighborhood checking smoke detectors while the investigation into the fire's cause continues. And in Prince George's County this year, there have been a total of 6 people found dead after fires. In the newsroom, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
And we're now learning the names of the victims. This is Aurelia Harper Cannon Bay and James Cannon Bay. Neighbors say they were devoted to their church, and they were set to go on a cruise next week. We spoke to people that knew them, and we'll have more on that coming up on DC News Now at 9. Well, Prince George's County Police continue to investigate after a man is dead after being found in a car this morning. Police responded to Swan Road in Suitland. They say the man was suffering from a gunshot wound. Police are asking anyone with information to call PG Crime Stoppers. A new video tonight. Police need your help identifying 2 men who robbed several food trucks in Montgomery County. Now take a look. These are the suspects police say approached the truck. They jumped the counter and got inside the truck. One suspect shows a weapon, and they steal money, and then they leave. It has happened at 5 places so far. The latest incidents on Piney Branch Road in Silver Spring. A $10,000 reward is being offered in this case. If you have any information, you are urged to call police. Well, a 24-year-old gunman who officials say shot 2 Baltimore County police officers is in custody. A standoff with the gunman lasted several hours near a shopping center in Harford County, Maryland. DC News Now's Tosin Fakili has been following the story all day and has the latest on the investigation.
Harford County Sheriff says the standoff lasted about 8 hours, but the entire incident involving the suspected gunman started almost 48 hours ago on Wednesday afternoon in Baltimore County. Police say this is that gunman. Take a look at your screen. 24-year-old David Linthicum, and he was taken into custody at about 5:45 this Friday morning. Law enforcement officials say they surrounded Linthicum in a wooded area near a shopping center in Falston in Harford County, keeping eyes on him through helicopters and drones. This whole incident started when police say Linthicum shot a Baltimore County police officer while they were responding to a call at a home in Caucusville on Wednesday afternoon. The incident then spilled into Thursday night when they say Linthicum shot a second Baltimore Police County officer and took off in that detective's vehicle. Then a chase began. That chase ended in the Falston area in Harford County. Now, that early morning standoff caused the school system to close a few area schools in Harford County. The sheriff there says the suspect was not injured in the whole incident, but was found with ammunition on him. But officials searched for a rifle they believe the suspect had on him at some points during the entire almost 48-hour incident. Now, Linthicum will be handed over to Baltimore County Police and charges are being discussed. Back to you.
Well, new tonight, the FBI finds another classified document at former Vice President Mike Pence's Indiana home. The former vice president's attorney found sensitive documents there last month. Federal agents searched his Indiana home for 5 hours and removed the document with classified markings. Pence, former President Trump, and President Biden now have all have had their homes scoured by the FBI for classified records. And Pence's advisor, Devin O'Malley, says the former vice president was unaware that either potentially sensitive or classified documents were transported to his home, and conveyed his intent to fully cooperate with any necessary congressional oversight on the matter, and has been fully cooperative and transparent throughout the process. Well, new tonight, the Pentagon has shot down an unknown object flying in U.S. airspace off of the coast of Alaska. Now, the orders to shoot down the object came directly from President Biden, and it was said to have posed a reasonable threat to Americans. Joining us now is Bradley Dress, who is a defense reporter from our media partners at The Hill. Bradley, thank you for joining us. Let's get right to it. John Kirby, the national security spokesperson for the House, said that the Defense Department shot down a high-altitude flying object over Alaska airspace. What can you tell us tonight?
Yeah, so we don't know much about this yet, but we're being told it's not a balloon like the Chinese spy balloon that we saw last week, but it's an unidentified object that they saw flying over Alaska, around 40,000 feet, and so that posed a danger to civilian aircraft. So the Pentagon made the decision after President Biden ordered it to shoot this down. Because it posed a threat. So we don't know exactly what it is. We do know it's about the size of a small car, according to Kirby. But we don't know if there's any ties to China or another country yet. We're just finding out about this. This happened just this afternoon. So there's sure more details to come.
You said right now it's tough to determine what country it's connected to, if there's any ties to another country. But does this cause more concern or tension now for the United States with other foreign countries, in particular our adversaries?
Yes, I think so. I think there's a lot of concern right now, especially on Capitol Hill, because this just came just a week after the Chinese spy balloon incident. And that was already raising a lot of tensions, and just especially with China. We don't know if this is connected to China, but the concerns about protecting our national security and our airspace is becoming a huge concern right now with the government. So this is something that we're going to have to keep paying attention to. The Pentagon's especially concerned. We've also learned that there have been previous Chinese spy balloons that were discovered retroactively. So this is becoming a major concern for the federal government right now.
Well, Bradley, a lot going on. What can we expect to happen next?
Well, for one, I think counter-espionage is going to be a serious thing between the U.S. and China now, and maybe other foreign adversaries like Russia. I mean, it's a common thing that nations spy on each other. But the sight of this massive balloon in the sky, as as it traveled across the U.S. Last week, I think has just put in the minds of the average American how much spying is actually being done, and I think there's going to be a lot more pressure on the government to crack down on that. It remains to be seen exactly how that's going to be. But there's already concerns about Chinese companies that have bought up land near military bases. Beijing has sent people into universities actually to look at secrets. So we don't know exactly how the government's going to respond, but I do think this raises the tensions about espionage between both countries for sure.
Bradley Dress from The Hill, thank you so very much for your time. And still ahead on the news at 5, slow your roll. New speed cameras are coming to Fairfax County. We'll have when you can expect to see these changes.
And an end of the work week price check for game day deals, stretching your dollar before the Super Bowl. That's ahead.
Thank you, Ben. You're watching DC News Now at 5, covering the news where you live from Washington, D.C. to West Virginia. Please stick around. We'll be right back with more.